What is up, everybody? It's your boy Phil Shock and the Night City Jug with our APA low tier week 18 builder. You guys don't know, I am incredibly tired. Yes, I am. You can see it's all 3 in the morning. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna record this, go to bed. So if I sound tired, just gotta deal with tired me for a while. Anyways, we're going against Jacob in Las Vegas Corviknights. This is a very important battle because I have not played my week 7 yet. If I win my week 7, I can still technically afford a loss in my going forward. If I lose this game, I'm kind of in a win out scenario where I have to win my last 3 games. And even if I lose my week 8 game, which is this one, I can have then be forced to win out and still potentially make playoffs based on diff. Because right now our diff is positive by 1 or 2 points, which is barely keeping us above as the 8th seed. So very important. So if we win our week 7 game, we're up higher, and we got a chance to where if we lose this game and we win our last 2, we are good. If we lose this game, we essentially have to win out to make playoffs, and that's really scary. And yeah, but we're going against Jacob Las Vegas Cover Knights. If I haven't said already, leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new. Join the Phil Shocker crew today. And with that being said, let's break down this matchup. I actually already recorded Jacob's team builder here with me, and the problem was the schedule was not finalized apparently, where I don't agree with having a temporary schedule then going into an actual schedule. I personally am not like with that, if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I generally don't think that's a good way to do a schedule. Just because I feel like that just really throws off a lot of people trying to prep for week 1 and everything like that. So yeah. So I relooked at the team, and there was 2 mons on that team we could not use because it was mons that we had dropped. I relooked at some sets, and I actually changed up some items. There's only one mon on the original team that's on here that's the original set, and one mon that still has the original Ivies and stuff, but just different items. So yeah. But breaking down Jacob's team, he's got Lycanroc Midnight, Magmortar, Rotom Fan, Rabombi, Mudsdale, Scrafty, Ambipom, To the Top, Wishy Washy, Matang, Meloetta, and Serena. There is absolutely no way he is bringing Serena, Matang, and Meloetta. I think those 3 have absolute terrible matchup versus my team. If I had to pick one of the 3 to potentially do show up if they were to come, I do expect Matang more because Matang stops is only really kind of fairy spammer or killer or anything like that. So there's where that I can kind of see Wishy Washy. Wishy Washy would be a little annoying versus my team, but we kind of got ways around Wishy Washy. But it could be definitely something I could see him bring. Um, excuse me. Ambipom is definitely something I could potentially see him bring. I think normal spam hurts my team, but we have ways to go around it from my team. So definitely something to note right there. But overall, I definitely think Ambipom could be something to be brought and something to very much be feared if we do not prep for it carefully. For the 6 I expect him to bring, I do 100 expect to see him bring the Lycanroc Midnight. Lycanroc Midnight is a very powerful Pokemon. Now, here's the thing with his team. Like, he's got webs, right? But there's one problem about his team that's going to really mess him up. Is if he brings webs. Because here's the thing. With my team, I have some Unburdened Mons, which means there is a good chance I could run a White Herb, get my Unburdened boost right at the gate, set up knowing I can live by any hit, and be able to go from there. So he's got to be very, very careful about that because that could prove to be something problem. And if he feels like he's confident enough with the choice band and stuff like that, it's just going to be one of those things where he will just go out of whack and not be able to do anything against me. So there's that. Magmortar is definitely a much more of a threatening mod. Magmortar's fire attacks are relatively annoying. And I just generally think it's a good nuisance versus him. I do expect maybe Assault Vest potentially, maybe Leftovers, Heavy Duty Boots potentially for rocks. I do see Rotom Fan coming. I do see Rotom Fans potentially as a defogger in its own right because we could bring Sticky Webs of our own, which don't really help us too much this week, but can provide really good support. But I do think he's forced to run defog on Rotom this week. knowing that he doesn't have to worry about running heavy duty boots in case of stealth rocks. I do expect Rabombi. Rabombi is a very annoying Pokemon. Rabombi can just spam its dual stab against us relatively great. And I just definitely think it's an annoying mon. Mudsdale, I think, is definitely coming because he's going to be really wanting to be prepared for my Mega Ampharos because Mega Ampharos can have kind of just a field day against this team besides, being the Mudsdale and everything like that. I mean, Rotom Ban. Um, and I do think Scrafty is that last one I do think comes. Scrafty is really, really annoying. I do 100% expect Intimidate Scrafty, but yet I'm still going to bring some stuff back physical. You know what I'm getting at, basically. But overall, I think our team is built really good. I think we have a good team to win, and I really hope it puts us going forward in this week. And again, like I said, in other videos, I'm getting incredibly busy now, so my time to do battles is very not drawing near as in like my career is over, but drawing near as in like they're gonna be dying down and I'm gonna need to start taking some breaks from leagues and stuff like that. But I want to still try to win. I still want to win, and if we can win a second APA championship, that would be freaking incredible, man. So let's go ahead and kick off with the team. So we're going to kick it off with the two mons that we kept from the original team. Because on the original team, it was a Alolan Muk, Araquanid, Typhlosion, Medicham, Linoon, and Mega Ampharos. So let's go over the mons we kept. Of the only two mons I saw on that team to keep, I wanted to keep Araquanid. I felt like Araquanid was just way too good to pass up this matchup. I think Araquanid is really good this game. I just generally think that this thing can put in just so much good work this game. We are going to change it up. We were originally assault vested. I'm going to actually rock out with the Charty Berry just so I can take a hit from a potential fast choice banded or not choice scarfed stone edging Lycanroc because that can potentially knock me out. We are running max HP, 136 in attack, 120 in defense with adamant nature so we could smack really hard. This thing may as well be my lead because I can pretty much just smack something now. There is the option to run Choice Band, which could be really good. Like Choice Band basically, if nothing's Focus Sash, I think kind of just gives me a free kill, which I think is really cool. Excuse me. I generally think it's gonna be one of those mons we have to really kind of pay close attention to, and I think even. But I like Charty Berry just because Charty Berry gives me just something that I need to kind of use and kind of keep this thing around as healthy as I possibly can. Leech Life and Liquidation is just incredible spam. Infestation is really good for trapping. And then I might put Sticky Webs on here. I may not. I don't know yet. Uh, actually, you can't Will-O-Wisp me. You know what? We're going to put Sticky Webs on there. Just because we can now, so yeah. Up next, we're going to keep Solar. Solar basically is rocking the exact same set EV spread, except it's got now 8 more in HP, a little less in speed because of the speed we were going for. But Solar here, the set still works. This is another great lead option on my end right here where I could just spam Eruption, Lava Plume, Fire Blast. Focus Blast is only really there if I absolutely need it. Otherwise, I can just spam my Fire Stab. My Fire Stab in this matchup is incredibly good. Wishy Washy is his only real resistance slash switching to this fire stab. Like, yeah, there is Magmortar, but if Magmortar is not assault vested and it's not, HP invested and everything like that, Eruption does nearly 50%. So if that thing takes about 10 to 20% damage, I can 2 KO that with Eruption. And yes, Eruption only has APP, but I kept Eruption around in case I wanted to. And then I have Lava Moon Fire Blast to rely on in case I run out of Eruptions or my HP starts getting lower to where I can't use it. So yeah, so Typhlosion is the only set that's never actually been touched. Maybe just the EVs a tiny bit. Araquanid is basically the same, we just changed the item. So now let's go over the mons that we have been used and I decided to put on the team actually. So I took off, since we don't have a Alolan Muck and I had it on Noon, I had to get 2 new replacements. And I felt like Durant was really good. We're actually going to run wide lens Durants this game. Wide lens is a little weird, but I think it's the right item we need. We're running Rock Slide, Iron Head, X Scissor, and First Impression, 76 HP, max attack, adamant, 180 speed. With the 180 speed, we are faster than I believe max speed Rotom, which is really, really good. So we can know if anything's Choice Scarf. We can just Rock Slide that. Iron Head and Exeter after that kind of just demolish the rest of his team. Excuse me. First impression is a godsend. This thing is just so broken. And what I want him to think is like, I want to click first impression, obviously first turn. I want him to see if he thinks he's going to be keep me choice banded and think, oh, he's choice banded. I'm going to do this, but bam, I counteract you, and boom, I'm not choice banded. Yeah. But I think Chainsaw can put in a lot of good work this week. Chainsaw has been starting to put in the work for our team ever since we picked him up, and he hasn't gotten a lot of kills, but he's definitely been putting in the offensive pressure that we need. I decided to put Airhead on the team in replace of Mega Ampharos. The reason why I took Mega Ampharos off is just because I don't know. I didn't feel super confident slash super like good with having excuse me, good having Mega Ampharos in here just because there was two really good walls that could have came on. Like Mudsdale ultimately good wall with Spadef, potentially Assault Vest comes in on that. And then a Rabombi can come in potentially on a Thunderbolt and it doesn't get paralyzed, which it can't because of Shield Dust. Then it just Moonblast and knocks me out. I felt like there was just way too many good options for him to be able to counter Mega Ampharos, and I decided to take it off the team, which I kind of didn't want to, but I felt it was the right play to make. So in the returns, we run Airhead. Now, Airhead's relatively risky this game because of the fact that, yes, there is a Rotom Van. Yes, there is a Scrafty. And yes, there is a, what was it? A Lycanroc. But we're going to take a massive gamble here. We're going to run Weakness Policy. We're running Will-O-Wisp, Accept, Defog, and Hex. Now, I have Defog on there just to remove the Sticky Webs, potentially, as a kind of a late game situation, and it is my only way to remove hazards, I believe. So I thought like it was, not a bad thing to have. And this set can really just win if we weaken Scrafty, and if Scrafty basically gets burned. Once Scrafty's burned, I don't care about Scrafty. And then if we either weaken or burn or something and get rid of maybe Lycanroc, I can handle Lycanroc. And again, I can handle Rotom too, because Rotom's not going to be that offensive. It's going to be a little more defensive, which I think is going to be really good. With it being a little more defensive, I can actually be able to take one hit, Will-O-Wisp or Strength Sap, get my health back, or burn something, Hex and or Strength Sap, which is most likely Hex, I kill something. We are running 136 HP in max defense, bold nature, 8 special attack, and 112 speed. The 112 speed does let me outspeed actually a non-speedy Rotom, which is defensive, which I think is really, really good. But it's really important as well is that with the Unburden boost, I am faster than I believe Choice Scarfed Mons. The only thing I don't think I'm faster is Choice Scarfed Rabombi. I think that's the only thing we don't outspeed. But I think Drifblim here can put in a lot of good work. It's been able to do a lot of work for us in just one game, so hopefully we can do the same thing again. Up next, we are bringing Geico over. Bring Geico over as one of the other replacements we had on there. Swords and Leaf Blade, Rock Slide, Leaf Seed. Honestly, Leaf Blade plus Rock Slide just beats the rest of his team. I may or may not put potentially a move to hit Matang, but I don't think I really need it on all honesty. And I'm going to run in a very unique set here with the EVs and IVs, running 76 and 8 HP, max attack adamant, 36 defense, 20 Spadef, 124 in speed. Now, we are running the 307 speed to outspeed, I'm pretty sure, the Meloetta at max speed. I'm not trying to outspeed Ambipom, which is a very stupid idea, but I think it's an actual good thing, just because then I can kind of stop it from doing a lot of different things against me. So I just generally felt like this was the smarter lead and the smarter option for me in that type of situation. So, and we are running the Tango Berry so that way we can take a hit from the Rabombi, which is going to be one of the main switchings he has to this thing besides his other thing. Again, Swords Dance is kind of free in this matchup, and then I can basically kill Magmortar. Even if the only reason Magmortar would live a hit like this, actually, I don't think it actually does now, because I calced for Jolly, not Adamant. Jolly had a chance to not kill. Adamant, I think it's pretty much guaranteed knocks him out unless he's got like max HP, which then could maybe be a roll. But then again, the roll is heavily in my favor. So, and Rock Slide hit everything else that I needed to hit. So yeah, and decided to take out Metacham for Perfume. Looking back at it now, I don't know why I'm not bringing Perfume. Like, Perfume is just so good this matchup. Perfume just does everything I really want and more. We have Wish, Heal Bell, Calm Mind, Moonblast. I'm running Mono Moonblast. Like, again, I'm not going to hope and pray and everything like that about some things not going my way. But overall, I just don't really think this is the way we need to go. And I really do think Aromatisse can put out the team on its back. Again, if a tank doesn't show up and we've either weakened down to the point the Magmortar gets 2 KO'd by Moonblast at certain percentage weights, then we go for that and we can kill it and we can basically win the game. We are running Wish and Heal Bell. Wish to give us HP recovery and Heal Bell to get rid of any toxic or Will-O-Wisp shenanigans that may or may not be done to us. So definitely feel like Aromatisse puts it all like a work. We run 228 HP, 100 defense, 36 special attack, and 144 with a Spadef with running the Calm Nature. I feel like Calm Nature fit better for Aromatisse than it would with a physically defensive nature because most of his team is relatively special versus physical. So definitely looking forward to this team, and I think we have a good shot at winning this game. But thank you all so much for watching. Sorry the video was dragged out a little bit. I wanted to kind of explain a little bit more things and everything like that. But thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new. And until next time, guys, I'm Phil Shock and Nicely Tadjog. I'll see you guys later. Peace.